Hey guys, welcome back to Our Mechanics. In today's video guys, we're going to go ahead and show you how to change the engine oil on a Dodge Journey guys. So, let me guys introduce you to the channel quick. We're going to have more than 200 videos on a Dodge Journey, so please guys subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to save you as much money as we can by teaching you how to fix your car for free. So in today's video guys, we'll be doing an oil change. This is a 3.6 engine. If you have a different engine, the procedure might be different, but most of the videos that we'll make will work for any Dodge Journey. So let's go ahead guys and start on it now. So we have the vehicle jacked up on both sides, okay, and always use a jack stand, not just the jack itself. That way we'll have more room, more clearance to work under the vehicle. Okay, you can see just like that. So the tools that you're going to need, 13mm socket and a 24mm socket, and we're going to get a torque wrench later for the oil filter, and we'll explain why it's so important to use a torque wrench now. So, okay, let's move that bucket a little bit out of the way. Perfect. Okay, now with the 13mm right there towards the back, that's where your oil drain port is located. Okay, just go ahead and remove it. Now, what we usually do, we drive the car about 10 minutes before we do the oil change. The downside of that, the exhaust is right there, you can severely burn yourself, but the oil will come out easier. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, do it on a cold engine. That way you will not burn yourself. Also, the oil could be extremely hot and it can burn your skin as well. Always be careful, always wear eye protection and gloves. We will let it drain now. You can see it's coming out pretty fast. Okay, this is the drain port right there. Now we will let it drain and leave it open. That way, when we remove the oil filter, more oil will come out. So here guys, if you have the engine cover, all you have to do is just pull it out. It has 4 places where it attaches, 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. So go ahead and just grab it with 2 hands, pull it out. This is where your oil filter will be. It's important to use the torque wrench later, because otherwise you're going to, you can crack the housing and you have to remove the oil cooler, and that's expensive and time consuming job, and we have the video on the channel. That's how we bought the car with an oil leak. So we'll go ahead, okay, get the cap loose. Okay, it's almost out. Now you're going to make some mess, so get a bag or a box, something to put the filter in, because it's going to drip some oil. Okay, perfect. So now we can pull the filter out of the housing. Okay, just like that. So after you pull the filter guys, now we're going to go ahead and remove that O-ring. So just go ahead and pull it out with a screwdriver. Remember in which canal it goes. It's a little bit thicker canal, and we're going to replace it with a new one. Most of the filters, they come with a new one. You can check out in the description of the video below guys the part numbers where we get our filter and oil for really good price. So this is it right there. This is the new O-ring. Always replace that one, because if you don't, you can develop oil leak from the housing. Okay, now it's important to lubricate the new ring with a little bit of fresh oil. That way next time when you are ready to remove it guys, it's not going to be stuck. So just a little bit of clean oil. Okay, just like that. Now we can go ahead, grab the filter and push it in. Okay, you gotta make sure that the teeth are aligning. Push in hard. Okay, it's stuck like that. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and install it. We'll get the torque wrench and get it tight in just a little bit. So we have the torque wrench now here, guys. We need to set it at 25 Newton meters. That's what it says on the cap. Okay, right here. And it's very important to use the torque wrench. If you not use the torque wrench and you get it too tight, that housing is plastic all the way down the oil cooler, and it can crack and develop a leak between the V. So we'll set ours at 25 Newton meters now. You can find the wrench that we use again in the description of the video below. So since it's a click type wrench, it's important once you click that, once you hear that click, to immediately stop. Okay, we have ours set at 25, and we'll just go ahead and get it tight now. Again, once you hear that click, stop immediately. Do not put more torque. That's it, right there. So we can go ahead and pull it out now. Always inspect your seal on the oil drain plug. Make sure it's good. If not, replace it. We'll go ahead, install the drain plug now. Okay, and get it tight. So, a few things not to forget, guys. Never ever leave your drain plug loose. Always get it tight. Do not leave it for later. Because if you do, you'll get loose, you run out of oil, and you'll need a new engine. So, okay, get it tight now. Perfect. And also, make sure that you get the oil filter tight as well. Third, we need to make sure we add oil before we start the car. Next, we will let the car down. Okay, we're then underneath the vehicle. So we will let it down on this side, and then we'll do the same thing to the passenger side. You always have to use jack stands for your safety, guys. Perfect. Now, according to the manual for our model, it says that it takes 6 quarts or 5.6 liters. So, in our case, okay, one jack right here. This is a 5-quart jack, so we're going to need a little bit more. Depending on where you live, guys, you can check your manual. It says 5W20, but depending where you live in the climate, you can go with 5W30. It really depends on what you want. Okay, so we can go ahead, remove the oil cap now, and we can just go ahead and add the oil. Okay, that jug is 5 quarts, so we'll just add the whole thing now. Okay, try not to spill any, because if you do, it's going to be stinky later when the engine gets hot. So if you spill any, try to wipe it. Always stay out of the fan, because if the engine is hot here, guys, the fan might turn on. Okay, so this one is almost empty now. Okay, we almost came out, so we have to go a little bit slower. Okay, like that. We'll add a little bit more now, one more quart. So we'll just add, okay, one more quart, and we'll go ahead and show you what to do next. Okay, do not forget to put your oil cap on and get it tight as well. Now, what we're going to do, we'll pull the dipstick, okay, and we're going to wipe it and see how much oil we have before we attempt to start the vehicle. So ours, okay, let's flip it on the other side because I don't see the marks. Okay, it's right above the top, a little bit above the maximum. Okay guys, so next you need to get inside your vehicle and you need to start it. Let it run for about 1 minute. Make sure that the oil light doesn't come on. If you have here the display that shows you the different information, you can go down to actually, okay, check out your oil pressure as well. Make sure that you get oil pressure. Okay, we'll let it run for a little bit and we'll show you what to do next. Okay, next guys, you need to make sure that you let your car stay for at least 5 minutes so the oil can drain down to the oil pan and we can get an accurate reading. So we're ready to put the dipstick in our case, wipe it, always wipe it, and then reinsert it, pull it out, and check the reading now. Okay, we're about in the middle of the safe mark, so we can safely add probably about half a quart. It's up to you. I prefer to be close to the maximum, but do not overfill it, because if you overfill it, okay, what could happen that excessive oil can go through the exhaust and damage your catalytic converters. On some vehicles you even see a decal that will say do not overfill because you cause catalytic converter damage. So we'll just add about half a quart in our case. Okay, that should be good, and we'll check the level again and see. I really prefer mine to be close to the maximum. Some people leave it in the middle. That's perfectly fine as well, as long as it's above the minimum mark. Okay, almost to the full, so that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos. Hopefully the video will be helpful, and see you next time.